Welcome to all of you. Today we are going to study the poem Ballad of a River written by Patrick Fernandez. So let us start this poem, and in this poem we are going to know the meaning of the title of the poem, then about the author, and then introduction, and then we will know about the meaning or explanation with the meanings of the words. So first of all, let us have the title of this poem, Ballad of a River. So what is the meaning of ballad? Ballad is a poem or song narrating a story in short stanzas. So as we can see that in this poem there are 8 stanzas total, and there is a story about a river. So that is why the title is very appropriate. The title of this poem is appropriate, Ballad of a River. It is a short story written in a very short stanzas divided into 8 about a river, and it is telling us a story of a river. So this is about the title of this poem. Now introduction of this poem. Before introduction, let us know about the author. So who is the author of this poem? Patrick Fernandez, who was born in the year 1931 and died in 1982. He was a Sri Lankan poet, and he is considered to be a major force and arguably the most significant voice in Sri Lankan poetry. His poems follow a definite style, giving a tint of local coloring. So this is about the Patrick Fernandez. Basically, he was a Sri Lankan poet, and he is considered a very major force or most significant voice of Sri Lankan poetry. So he is very famous personality, famous writer of the Sri Lanka. So this is about the Patrick Fernandez. Now let us start. Let us know the introduction of this poem. So as here you can see that these lines have been given. There exists a peaceful river that falls prey to a mercenary merchant. When the greed and the exploitation reaches unmanageable proportions, the river strikes back with fury. The message is so true of our times that the calamities we are facing are largely due to man's exploitation of nature. So basically the poem Ballad of a River is about calm and beautiful river that is abound with nature's creation and its tranquility, which is suddenly shattered by the constructions of a dam by a greedy man. As you can see, by a greedy man who want to reap profit at the cost of the nature. So at the cost of the nature, but what happens? River becomes unstoppable, and one day the river breaks its boundary and destroys everything, as you can see in the picture. So now let us have the explanation of this poem. So first stanza, very first line, dawn fires the surface into gold. Dawn means the first appearance of light in the sky before sunrises. So the very first appearance of the light in the sky before the sunset, when it spreads into the surface of the river, it turns into gold colored, very sparkling way, it turns into a gold color. Gold-eyed the herons, stilt and stalk. Second line, gold-eyed herons. Herons, what are herons? Herons means long-legged freshwater birds. It is a coastal bird. So the herons, gold-eyed the herons stilt. They are in a standing position on one leg and stalk. Then stalk, walk very very stiffly walks. So with the gold-eyed herons, with the sparkling, with the firing surface of the river, due to the first appearance of the light which reflects to the river, and river turns very bright and beautiful, turns into a gold color, and then there is appearance of gold-eyed herons, that is still they are standing on one leg and walking very stiffly. Then at silver noon the waters hold. At silver noon means At the afternoon time, at noon time, the silver waters hold wheelings of a mirrored hawk. Water's color change from the gold to silver color, and it turns silver. Water changes in silver color, and it holds wheelings of a mirrored hawk. Wheelings of the mirrored hawk means hawk is also a bird of prey. It is a bird. So mirrored hawks. Now the appearance of the river changed. It turns into a silver color, and somewhat it turns more flowing, more moving. So that is why wheeling's word has been used, turning or wheeling of mirrored hawk. So in the first stanza we have the description of the river, that at the dawn time, or at the first appearance of the light in the sky before the sun rises, we find out that that time the surface of the river is very gold. The appearance of the river is like a gold in color, and then with the gold eyed herons are there standing on one leg and walking very stiffly. Then silver. Then at the noon time we find out that how the river is holding the water in a wheeling position like a mirrored hawk. Now in second stanza, in the first stanza we have the two different time period of the morning, before the morning, early morning we can say, or early morning and afternoon and noon time. Now second stanza, I have not seen water lie so still. I have not seen, the poet himself is saying that I have not seen water lie so still as here, perhaps because there is full stop. So I have not seen water lie so still as here. He is saying that the water is very still, the river is very still, the water of the river is very still, and that is why it is a very peaceful situation. That is why he is saying that I have not seen water lie so still as here. Perhaps an otter may disturb its peace, or white cranes till the green edge wading tall knee deep. Now what he is saying, that perhaps, maybe an otter is a animal. It's a animal like mongoose in appearance. So perhaps an otter may disturb its peace. Whose peace? River's peace. At that time he's saying, the poet is saying that the water is very still, very in stable position, but an otter may disturb. An otter may come and he may disturb its peace. It can make the change the waves, their positions. Or white cranes are, it is also a bird, Siberian birds you must have seen. So, or white cranes till the green edge. How they can disturb the peace of the river? By till the green edge of the river, wading tall knee deep. Wading means walking with feet in shallow water and with their tall knee deep. By going there, by walking with their feet in shallow water, they can disturb. Who can disturb the peace or stability of the river? Stability of the water of the river. Who can disturb this? Two things. First is otter, that is an animal. Second is white cranes. So in the second stanza there is two things has been described. First is that water is very still, water of the river is very still there, and maybe one animal, otter, may disturb its peace, or white crane or Siberian crane can disturb its peace by entering from the green edge, by walking with their tall knee deep into the shallow part of the river. So now third stanza. In gusts of wind, a faint wood hum. In gusts of wind. What is the meaning of gust? Gust means a sudden strong rush of wind. So a gusts of wind, a faint wood hum. A faint wood hum, a very very slow voice, slow kind of voice, like bees sound is there, na? That is why in gusts of wind a faint wood hum. There is a very little sound is there just because of the sudden strong rush of wind. Gust, that is known here, that is the word has been used, gusts. Then in that condition, plucked leaves, the leaves which are plucked from the trees or from the plants, and broken petals of the flowers can dance. The wind departs, and the winds departs all these plucked leaves and all these petals which are dancing in the wind, and that is why wind departs all these things. Then the wood is dumb, the wood is very silent, the forest or the wood is very silent. And floating yellow gather brown, and the floating all these leaves which are plucked from the trees and all the petals which are plucked or which are removed, which are separated from the flowers, they are floating, and when they are floating turning yellow, and then after some time all these yellow colored things, they are turning to the brown in color due to the passage of time. Now after this third stanza, let us have the explanation of the fourth stanza. So to think up to a mile ago, the poet is saying that to think up a mile ago, I am here to think that a mile ago, it's a mile is a unit of distance, so a mile ago this river bounded like a hound. I am not, he's saying that he is to think this, that to a mile ago we can say that it is a unit of distance, and 1 mile is equal to 1760 yards, or 1600 kilometer, 1600 meter, sorry, so 1.6 kilometer. So a mile is a unit of distance. So what he's saying that 1.6 kilometer ago this river bounded like a hound. This river was bounded. Bounded means flow or walked with leaping strides. It is very hard to believe that a mile ago, just a distance of 1.6 kilometer before, earlier ago, this river was moving very fast, moving very swiftly, flowing very swiftly with the leaping strides. Just 1 mile difference is there. Here it is very still and peaceful conditions, stable water is there, but before or a mile ago it is not like this, it is bounded like a hound. And what is the meaning of hound? Hound is a hunting dog. It's a breed of dog and which are used for hunting or by using its qualities of smell. So this river bounded like a hound, convulsed and nearly wrecked our boat, and lies here gentle as a pond. Convulsed means thrashed or tossed because of the movement of the movement of this river, because it was floating, it was turning with the leaping strides, moving very fast, flowing very fast, so it has convulsed or boat, or convulsed means thrashed or tossed. It makes to move our boat, nearly wrecked. That is why it was flowing very fast like a hound. So that is why our boat was in a position like it was like going to wreckage position, and lies here gentle as pond. The same river lies here very gentle, very beautiful as a pond. There is no movement, it is very beautiful, peaceful and calm. So in this stanza what we have find out that this is first, second, third. In fourth stanza we find out that the river is very a kind of disturbance is there just a mile ago in the same river, and it is like a hound there in that part of area a mile ago, and that is why, because it is very movable and it is very fast with the leaping stride. So there is a rakage condition in the boat, in the poet's boat, and the same river is here in a gentle condition as a pond. Now then, fifth stanza, there is a turning position of the river. A rich practical man, I am told. It is told to the author. The author has been told this fact that a rich practical man came there. He demanded, why this idleness? Means he demanded that why this kind of idleness? Means laziness. Laziness of what? Laziness of what means there is just a river, just there is nothing is being done, and beautiful the nature, beautiful scenery of it, just like a beautiful scenery of the nature. So he tried to make some use of this natural resources. So he got no answer and compelled the river into harness. Then what he has done? Demanded, why this idleness? And then he got no answer. There was no answer for this question, that why this idleness. Then what he has done, he has compelled the river. He has compel means to compel someone by force. So he compelled the river into harness. What is harness? Harness is a set of straps used to control any animal or natural resources, like making a dam. For the animals, it like putting some different kind of thing on the horse, for the using for horse cart, by pulling the horse, or some binding the horse mouth like this. So harness is a set of straps, or making a dam on the river. So what he has does, he has compelled the river into harness. He has made a dam. Then, like frightened birds, the minutes fled. What happened? The time passed. Minutes fled means minutes means the time. Time fled like frightened bird, like afraid bird. The time spent very fast, like minute fled. Like frightened birds moves very fast. In the same way, minutes fled, time passed. Pursued by roaring steel and fire. Pursued by means following by the roaring sound of the steel, means the construction was on a full flow. So by roaring steel and fire, the full construction was swinging being done very fast. The river slaved. In this way, the river slaved. Slaved means captured. The river was slaved. Slaved means capturing someone, and so the river was slaved and profits grew. What happened? When once the dam was there, the river became slave of that person, and it started to give the profits to that person, to that man who has compelled the river to turn into harness by making their dam. Then almost overtake desire. So what happened? Now in the next stanza, until they say one windy night. It was followed by few days, or maybe the exact time is not there given. So until, up to when? Until they say one windy night, up to when they say that one windy night. One windy night means there was wind on full fledged. So one windy night, in deepest whistles of owl. Deepest whistles of owl means in the full-fledged night, means in the middle of the night, we can say, in the deepest whistle. Whistle means guardship of the owl. The river rose. Risen. So the river rose. Rose is a second form of the rise. So the river rose and foaming white. It's a scenery of a flood. Descended like a murderer. Now started to come down, descending position. First it overflowed, then come down, descended like a murderer. And you know that how flood is destructive and how it destroys everything. So similarly, the same thing was done by the river, its foaming white waters. Then last stanza, we find that the same position is there at dawn. Again, in the first stanza we have studied that dawn. Now again we are studying that at dawn the waters shone It is the second form. The waters shone restored. What happened at dawn? The same morning, the first appearance of the light in the sky before the sun rises, the same thing is that the water was restored. Restored means it was restored at that same position where it was earlier. The wreckage stood like blasted rocks. There was wreckage. Wreckage means destruction of the things were there. Stood, stand or stood means in that because it has been done. The destruction has been done. So it was in the destruction was there. It was stood like a blasted rocks. All the destruction, as you can see in the picture, the destruction is like a blasted rocks, round which the burnished mirror showed. Round which the burnished means polished mirror, means water was there on everything. That is why it feels like that there is a mirror image is there. So surrounded with the burnished mirror, with the polished mirror of due to the water's coating. Artistry of wild brown hawk. It was the artistry means skill of a wild brown hawk. Wild brown hawk is a bird of prey, and knowingly he has used this kind of image that nature takes a role like a brown hawk, and that is why by taking this kind of role, by paying, the same river was looking or appearing with the skill of a brown hawk, a bird of prey which destroys everything at like a hunting it on its hunting position. So in this way, what we have studied, that there are 8 stanzas, and in first 4 stanzas we have known that in first stanza we have known that there is a beautiful description of the first appearance of the light of the sky, how the river was. Then in the same stanza, in the first stanza again we find that at the silver or at the afternoon time, how the river water of the river was appearing. So, and the image has been given. First bird was heron, second bird was hawk. Then again in the second stanza we find that the beautiful how the water is lying very still and stable position, and who can disturb its position? An otter or a white crane can disturb. Then in third stanza we find that there is a beautiful wood is there, and how the plucked leaves and broken petals is dancing there, and wind is departing that, and then it is turning yellow to brown. Then in fourth stanza we find that he is also saying that how the same river which is very beautiful and very stable in position, here the same river is how it is walking, or it is flowing with its leaping strides very fast. So why it is so fast there a mile ago, that his boat is in a wreckage position. Then again in fifth stanza we find out that a rich practical man arrives there, and he demands that why this kind of idleness or laziness is there. Then he gets no answer, so he compels the river to change into harness. Harness means makes a dam there. Then what happens? Time passes very fast by following with the construction with the steel and fires, and in this way the river was slaved. It becomes it was captured. Its waters was used as resources, and now rivers he started to take, or he started to earn the profits from the river. And then what happened? He was continued to taking the profits until the time came, the day came, the one windy night, the full middle of the night, under the guardship of the owl. What happened? The river rose with its foaming waters, and descended and spread everywhere like a murder, destroyed everything. Then at the first stanza, again here we find the same condition, same situation at the dawn time. Dawn means the first appearance of the light in the sky before sun rises. The same position is there. Water has taken his the same similar position again. The water is restored there in the river. The wreckage is stood there. The wreckage is there. Destruction is there. And how this destruction is appearing? It is like a blasted rocks there, surrounded with the polished mirror image. And it is like a skill of nature, a skill of the nature, which is very destructive, like a wild brown hawk. So this is all about the explanation of this poem. I hope you must have understood this poem. So thanks a lot for watching this video, and please comment if you want any line that you are not able to understand. Thanks a lot for watching this video. God bless us all.